you're not going to be in this space competing with other people or working with other people if you're not even doing anything to start off with. You're creating setbacks for yourself without even having those setbacks. Does it make sense? Once you reinvent yourself and believe that you're all that and your greatness, nothing that comes your way would shake you. The moment you start taking intentional steps, you will see intentional, deliberate outcomes in your life. That's all I'm gonna say. So, hey loves, and welcome back to another question and answer session. Now, this series is one that I've been loving just because of how I feel like we get to connect. And I want us to create this beautiful, insightful community that is open to share resolutions and answers and provide solutions to people's biggest problems, especially when it comes to career problems, personal problems, and whatnot. It's a non-judgmental zone, but it's a very impactful zone as well. So today we're going to be answering or trying to answer or just talking about someone's problem, right? I'll leave the link down in the description box so that you guys can also participate if you're interested as well. Also, I'll leave the link on here as well so you can participate if you are interested. So I'm going to go straight right into today's video, and it goes, hi Kelechi, hi Lumi. I hope it's okay I call you that. And I'm from Ebonyi State, but currently living in Oyo State. I've been a big fan of yours for 3 years now, since when I've been staying in Port Harcourt City. And ever since then, I developed interest in content creation, but procrastination has been my all-time enemy. I want to start a fresh channel, but my main problems are the things I want to say and speak naturally. Sometimes I try to test myself, but it sounds like I'm reading out of a book, so it discouraged me. Secondly, I don't have any editing knowledge, sorry. Lastly is I fear my background. I feel like people will find it difficult to stop by my channel or even watch my videos since I don't have a well-lit and organized background. I recently started creating some content on TikTok about how women can build their confidence and other things concerning the girl child. But 3 days ago, someone I called my friend said to my face, me that hasn't even gone anywhere in life is telling other people how to build themselves. Like, who are they deceive? In her words. Wow. Please, Kelechi, help me. I don't mind coming for one-on-one training if there is any. I really love content creation, by the way, Kelly. I'm 30 years old of age. Will be turning 31 by January, and I haven't done or achieved anything tangible. I always feel like a loser whenever I watch you or other creators who are doing well in the same field I have interest in. Please help me. Okay, this one is very deep, but I want to tackle this question. I want to tackle this in different segments because there are so many things that I can see wrong in what you just said. From the friendship aspect of it to the self-doubt and using age as a barrier and a yardstick to measure your success or your purpose or your existence in summary. I'm There's just so many things, there's so many layers that I feel like are, I don't want to say holding you back, but it's wrapping you up and it's choking you. I'm gonna take whenever I'm doing these videos, I always have this book over here because I like to do my own analysis and I want to break it down to the barest minimum, right? In a way that I can be able to tackle every problem individually. So I'm gonna grab my phone quickly and I'm going to write out the highlights of what your problems are or what you think your problems are. Okay, so I have broken down your question into different segments. I wanted to highlight some of the things that you spoke about, and there are 6 things that I want to believe are holding you back. 1, procrastination and self-doubt, camera confidence, editing skills, filming environment, negative comments, and over comparing yourself to other people and also feeling like a loser. right? The first one I want to start off with is the beginning, which is obviously procrastination. You're not going to be in this space competing with other people or working with other people if you're not even doing anything to start off with, right? You don't know if you are going to succeed or fail because in your mind, you've already predestined yourself to fail. You've psyched yourself to believe that it's not going to work out for you. But all I'm going to say is if you feel like you are interested in content creation genuinely, there's a lot of space in different capacities. Content creation doesn't have to be YouTube, doesn't have to be Instagram. There are different ways you can create content online. But you have to do what makes you happy and what you feel like is your purpose in this content creation space, right? Secondly, you spoke about camera confidence. Now, I've struggled with camera confidence. The best of the best of the best of the best struggle with camera confidence. You see people or celebrities on stage, I can guarantee you that they are suffering from stage fright. If I want to be honest with you, this video that I'm filming right now, I have made so many mistakes, so many cuts, so many, let's do it again, because you just have to keep practicing, right? Before I started creating YouTube consistently, I would literally go to my bathroom, right? And be talking to myself. That looked crazy. I would stare in the mirror and be saying things to myself. I've been practicing with the way that I want to sound and look like on the camera, right? Something we know is that practice makes perfection. Practice gets you to perfection, right? So if you feel like you are camera shy or you don't have the confidence, I'm going to tell you that it's not just you. But what I would say is you are looking for an excuse not to do what you want to do. Also enjoying the fact that I actually love doing this. This makes me happy. So if this makes you happy, try practicing. Get yourself a mirror, record on your phone several times. Listen, I usually used to take multiple takes for just my intro. Hey guys, my name is Kelly Chimber and welcome back to my channel. I would be getting my name wrong. I would forget my name and I will not know what to say again, right? But the more I continue doing that, the more I practice over time, over months, over years. Now, I can wake up in the morning and do an intro. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome back. It's like a routine for me now. Yeah. So something I would say with when it comes to speaking in front of the camera is to practice. There are so many hacks that I would say you should do, right? There's a teleprompter, you can use a teleprompter, but I don't advise it. I don't advise it if you want to sound the most natural, right? You can use it if you've practiced your script over time, but if you're not a pro at speaking naturally, what you will do and should do is to master your content, master the topic, and then create highlights or key points that you want to talk about, right? Once you're a master at a topic, it will be easy for you to speak naturally because you're not concerned about getting the next word right based on how you've written it down. You allow it flow. And that's what I like about this kind of content that I'm filming right now. Because what I'm doing now is answering your question. I have no script. The only thing I have are literally like 6 lines of the 6 points that I want to talk about, and that's like procrastination, camera confidence, right? That's what I just wrote out. I highlighted the key points, the key main points that I wanted to talk about. And because I'm kind of knowledgeable about all this, it's in my own experience and my own, expertise, I'm able to talk about it freely, naturally, and, still be very impactful. So master your topic, master your content, and then write key points that you want to talk about. Master whatever you are starting off with. So if it's makeup, for instance, you don't have to write down, I am applying an eyeshadow because the eyeshadow is going to be the base and the base. No, you can be doing what you're doing. Write the key points, eyeshadow first, eyeliner second, eyelashes third. And when you're doing the eyeshadow, because you are already experience with doing your makeup on a daily. You know what the eyeshadow is supposed to be for, to highlight your eyes, to add a little bit of depth to your eyes, to contour your eyes, to lift up your eyes. You know, you want to do a little bit of contour to chisel out your face, highlight to add some shimmer. Like, know what you're talking about, know the topic, create highlights, and just flow with it. And something I would tell you is the first take is going to be trash, second take is going to be trash, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, maybe the 10th self will be trash. But you should not feel like you need to get it right the first time, right? Be open to make mistakes because you only learn from those mistakes that you make, right? I wish I stored content I created like 7, 8 years ago. So you guys will see, like, I will do, hey guys, my name is Glitch and like 20 times before I get one that will sound natural. Because I was so scared. Not like I was so scared. I didn't have the confidence that I have now to talk to you guys on like YouTube. So all I would say is what you're going through it's natural, it's normal. Everyone goes through it. Even celebrities go through it before they perform on stage. Even MCs, hosts, they get a bit of jitters. Like, it's not easy to stand or to speak to a large audience. It takes practice. Public speaking is a skill that takes people years to master. So you don't have to be born with it, but you can build it up as you go and as you grow as well. So that is not an excuse for you to shy away from doing what you want to do. It is going to be a reason for you to learn a new skill and better yourself and equip yourself for the success that you want to get. Next up, you spoke about basic editing skills. Sweetheart, this is 2024. That is no longer an excuse for you. There are numerous editing apps now. There are numerous editing videos on YouTube. YouTube is like, you can learn anything on YouTube. You can learn how to cook, make your hair, makeup, edit, film, like anything you want to learn. YouTube is the academy for everything learning, right? So if you really want to learn how to edit, sweetheart, you will. And you will do that in a day or two. There is CapCut. CapCut now is a beginner friendly. You have it on your mobile phone, you have it on your desktop. So you can't even say I don't have a laptop because you can edit on your mobile phone. Beautiful, amazing content. Beautiful content. So yeah, take a day or two, learn your editing skills on YouTube, watch CapCut tutorials, learn and see how creatives are creating amazing content on their mobile phone from start to finish, or using a camera and editing it on their mobile phone from start to finish. It's so easy to edit on CapCut. Trim, add music, add your name, text, intro, outro, put it together, export, you're done. Not done like that, but it's not as complex as you think. And just like gaining camera confidence, with editing, you also gain editing confidence, because the more you practice, the more you get better at it, right? You can't say because you don't know how to edit, you wouldn't take that leap and take that next step into learning something new. Every single problem you spoke about is a new skill that is waiting for you to, garner, like gain. But you're holding yourself back because you have so much fear, self-doubt, and you keep procrastinating. It's not an excuse enough. So yeah, go online, learn, and yeah. Now, you say your filming environment is not good enough. It's never going to be good enough at the beginning, except you know how to, make the best out of what you have. But I'm going to tell you, it's never going to be good enough at the beginning, because your first videos are going to be your worst videos. And you always want it to be that way, because it means that you are advancing and getting better at doing what you're doing. If I look at my videos I filmed last 5 years ago, I'm like, why is it looking like this? Now, you spoke about your background. You don't have a nice background, sweetheart. What I see is you're doing too much comparison with what is already out available. Now you're comparing, I say this all the time, you're comparing your beginning to someone else's middle, or end. You don't do that. You're only setting yourself up for failure, for massive failure. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you that for real, right? I can't be here and be comparing myself to Beyonce. No, I'm gonna look back at how she started. I will dig deep into, before she was even conceived. What was her parents like? What was her upbringing like? I want to see that pattern and that growth, and that's what you need to be doing before you like compare yourself with anybody. Go back into their history and see where they started from. I look at so many stars right now here in Nigeria. Everyone has a story, everyone has a history. If you watch Vicky James' story, you see how she went from like how her journey was. Like, she grew up in Ajegunle, she persevered. Like, it's so deep, but it's also so inspiring. So many people are probably have been in that situation, but they keep limiting themselves because of where they are coming from or where they have been. No. You're creating setbacks for yourself without even having those setbacks. Doesn't make sense. I answered someone's question in my last episode. Her name is RJ Spaces, I think, RJ Spaces. And she created a video on how you can create your own. I'll probably leave it up here so you guys can check it out. How you can create your own filming setup so you can cut yourself out and then put a beautiful background. I'm gonna try to change that up right now so you guys can see like an example of it. And you don't even have to have the best background. You can create a new background. You can take a picture and put it behind you and do some editing, and it looks amazing. So there are so many things you can do right now thanks to AI and thanks to editing. That is no longer an excuse, right? If you feel like that is too much work, get yourself a white background. Film with a white background or a white wall. Get yourself a wrapper. I have so many background videos, guys. When I tell you, I'm more of I don't have it, but I will make it work kind of person. So I didn't have I filmed in crazy places just to get the best lighting. The less you have, the more you should want to do. I think I was even more creative when I had less than now. Because when I had less, I was looking for ways that I could improve and I could do better with the little that I had. Right now that I have more, I'm just relaxed and comfortable. So now is your time to really shine with the little that you have or the none that you think you have and do great things, right? So that's what I'm going to say. Now let's move on to the negative comments. Listen, I'm someone who protects my energy, and I'm so deliberate with who I surround myself with. Family, friends. I'm not big on friends. I know I've gotten a message before like, oh, Kelechi, how come you don't have a lot of friends? How come you don't go for this? And I'm like, see, my peace of mind is more than I could ask for, right? And that is my priority. We need to be very deliberate with it. Like, I can't even imagine if your friend saying that kind of thing to you, especially for someone who you might hold to high esteem, telling you that you haven't amounted to anything. So why do you feel like you're good enough to advise people? That was a low blow. So what I would say is protect your energy and protect your environment, who you surround yourself with. Because no matter how you see it, the people you surround yourself with have a great impact on who you become tomorrow. If you surround yourself with people who only push you down and press you down, you're only going to be down. But if you decide to uplift yourself from that scenario, move on to people who can lift you up and advise you. Okay, even if you've not amounted to anything like you say, I don't believe that, by the way, there is a way to go about it. Like, there are different ways to go about it that was just wrong. I'm just going to be honest with you. Be very careful with that person. Just be very careful. For anyone who can tell you that to your face, be very careful. But back to what I was saying, there are different ways that friend of yours could have kind of arranged the words in a way that it would have passed on the message, but be more uplifting than down. I don't know what, than demoralizing, right? There are several ways, but yeah, she could have said, okay, this isn't working for you, let's not do this, let's focus more on doing maybe beauty. If you're a beauty girl, let's focus more on doing how to dress or fashion content, since it's not working out for you. Like, there are so many ways that you can I don't know. Let me read that again so that I know that I'm not overreacting. But she said, 3 days ago, someone I called a friend said to my face, me that hasn't even gone anywhere in life is telling other people how to build themselves. Like, who are they deceive in her word? This is just a height of see finish. And that person has seen you finish and she cannot see you any better. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Comparison. Now, I think personally, I think a lot of work has to be done with you, because the way, like, I'm trying to think of the friendship angle and how she came, and it's just making me feel like a lot of work has to be done with you, right? You need to get yourself up and reinvent yourself, rework yourself. There's a lot of self doubt going on, there's a lot of comparison, there's a lot of procrastination because of self doubt and maybe confusion and comparison as well. And there's a lot of, I don't know, like, I'm trying to pinpoint where it's coming from, but I can't really tell because all I have now is surface level. But I can tell that a lot of work has to be done with you, right? So there is no cause for comparison, because when it comes to success and doing great things, you don't match that up with age. That's like, it doesn't make sense, right? You can't say because you're 30 years old you should have this amount of money, or because you're 30 years old you should have like gotten this to this standard, because there are so many standards now that people have built that are so unrealistic, right? You feel like when you're 30 years old you should have 10 kids, you should have 10 businesses, you should have 10 husbands, you should have 10 billion naira. But who are you to set those standards? Age is not dependent on your success. It's more or less like, it's more or less about you actually becoming you, reinventing yourself, knowing who you are, walking into your purpose. Is only when you're able to walk into your purpose and start fulfilling your purpose, after you've actualized yourself, you know who you are, you walk in your purpose, you fulfill your purpose, that's when you start seeing great success. You can't see success when you're still thinking, I'm not good enough, I'm bad, I'm terrible, I'm 30, I wasted my life, I'm nothing, I'm a loser. You will remain that way, and you remain that way. No one can help you. You are the only one that will help yourself. There are many actors right now. Is it Taraji P. Henson? She started acting at the age of, I think, 40, and let me say she achieved success at a later age. But the kind of success she has built, people that are in her age can never smell it, you know. And Tyler Perry, like Oprah, these are well-known household names that started building success or wealth at a later age, right? That is to show you that, like, these people were not in their purpose at the early stage of their life. They were, because of life situation, they were still finding their foot, finding their purpose, finding their way to their purpose. And at the time when maybe they were 30, 40, 50 years old, that was when they realized that, you know what, this is who I am. I'm better than this. I can do more. I can do great things, regardless of what I've been through, where I'm coming from. And once you start realizing that, and you start gambling on yourself, and you start betting on yourself, and you start believing in yourself, nothing can hold you back. You know, you just be going from great to great to greatness to greatness to greatness, and you will just keep ascending, you know. So when you say you're 30 going on 31 and you feel like a loser, I don't know, but that is a terrible way to start. I want to say I understand what you're going through, but I don't want to make you feel like it's okay, because it's not, right? You need to stop believing that whatever it is, you would find it and you would grow it, right? So, because you're in that funk, that negative vibe, it is draining you down. You only attract negative things around you. Best believe me. Because you feel like you're not good enough, you're a loser, you're this, you're only going to be attracting loser friends. Sorry to say. You only be attracting loser thoughts, loser opportunities. Like, those are the kind of things you'll be seeing. But once you believe, like, don't don't try me. Like, do you know who I am? Like, I'm not there, but I will be there. So start acting right. Once you start believing that, yeah, all that, and you are, because you're not a mistake. Believe that you came into this world not by mistake, but for a purpose. So I'm gonna say it. Reinvent yourself. Like, really, really reinvent yourself. Maybe watch tutorials on YouTube. Create beautiful, beautiful, like, confidence and self-belief and self-confidence and self-awareness, and attract and believe in good and positive things, right? And follow that, and figure out what your purpose is, and walk into that purpose and grow that purpose, fulfill it to the best, and come back, send me a message and let me know how that turned out for you. But the moment you start taking intentional steps, you will see intentional, deliberate outcomes in your life. Preach on, Kelechi. I feel like I'm in the mood today, but this really got me emotional in a way, because I feel like you're beating yourself so much. And I feel like you should also relieve yourself from that pressure. But ultimately, if there's anything you learned from me in this video, is reinvent yourself to believe that anything you want to do, you will do it. No excuse for not having camera confidence, because you can practice. No excuse for not being able to edit, because you can learn and practice. No excuse for not filming because you don't have a good background, because you can create a good background, or you can manipulate a good background using AI. You can learn. No excuse with negative comments, because you can change your circle, right? And if you want to go into this content creation, influencer or lifestyle, you have to have thick skin, because you will be getting negative comments left, right, up, down, center, inside, out. But once you reinvent yourself and believe that you're all that and your greatness, nothing that comes your way would shake you. And that's just fact. And what else again? No self-doubting. Just believe that even if it doesn't work out, it's a learning curve for you. You'll grow from it, you will learn from it, and you will do better. That's what I'm gonna say. So yeah. Okay, so I feel like this is gonna be a long one, but I definitely enjoyed this video. This is probably my best episode since I started off this series, and I filmed 3 so far. So yeah, thank you, Lumina. I'm gonna call you Lumi because that sounds a lot cuter, Lumi. But thank you so much for sharing your problems with me, or your story with me, and your journey with me. I know that this is not gonna be the end. This is gonna be the starting point, and I know that you're hopefully gonna take my advice as well and apply that to your life. And I hope that for everyone watching this who kind of can also relate to the story and the problems and the hindrances, you can also apply some of the things that I spoke about and advance yourself as well. And I hope that because we're building this beautiful community, I hope that you're also open enough to share your advice and some encouragement as well, and share some positive lights as well. So, having said all that, I want to thank you so much for watching this video and for being bold enough and gracious enough to send in your questions, and to also be vulnerable enough to share your problems, right? I don't take it for granted. I do appreciate it, but I want this to be a positive community where everyone learns and gets uplifted. So, yeah, haven't said all that. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, make sure you stay blessed and you stay fabulous, and see you in the next one. Bye, guys.